ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतः पदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। So I'm very happy and grateful to be here amidst all the wonderful devotees at Sanjay Nagar Bhakti Center. So yesterday we discussed on this very important topic of chanting Hare Krishna. You remember what we discussed yesterday? Anyone remembers what did we discuss yesterday? 9 keys to better Japa. But before that we discussed from Kevalashtakam why to chant Hare Krishna. And then after that we discussed Kevalashtakam, we discussed the meaning of the bhajan, that how Krishna's name is the only truth. Hare Namaiva Kevalam in so many different ways. We discussed 7 benefits of chanting Hare Krishna from verse number 1 of Shikshashtakam. Anyone remembers the 7 benefits? I don't expect you all to remember, but anyone? Any one of the benefit? Yes?
All of prarabdha karma is totally taken away.
Yeah, all miseries, all prarabdha karma is gone. Mahadhavagni nirvapanam. Any other benefit you all remember?
Restores auspiciousness.
Brings about auspiciousness. Very good. Any other benefit? Anyone else?
Purify the heart.
It purifies the heart. Cheto darpana marjanam. Anything else? Freedom from misery. Bhava mahadhavagni nirvapanam. We experience bliss. Anandhamudi vardhanam. Then? Anything else? Transcendental knowledge. Vidya vadu jivanam. Like that we saw different 7 benefits. Then we discussed 9 keys to good chanting. You all remember the 9 keys? Yes. What is the first key? Chant Hare Krishna. Whatever come, whether you like it or don't like it, get the number done. That's the basic rule. Right? Get the number done. Give your attendance to Krishna. Show your sincerity to Krishna. This is rule number 1, key number 1. What is key number 2? Listen to just one mantra. Third key, state your sankalpa. Fourth key, bring the mind back from wherever it goes. And how do you bring the mind back? By stating the sankalpa. Listen to one mantra. Fifth key, detachment. So whatever rounds you couldn't hear or whatever Mahamantra you couldn't hear, you can't go and chant it again. Just be a little detached. Focus on the mantra at hand now, the bead in your finger right now. That's the 5th key. The 6th key is called neglect the mind. Ignore the mind. 7th key, humility. 8th key, namashraya. And the 9th key, Krishna's causeless mercy. We saw the 9th key is in Krishna's hand. So yesterday we discussed this. Today morning when you all were chanting in the morning, did any of you all practice this 9 keys? Did you all try it? Did you all try it? Makes a little difference?
Lot of
difference. So the idea is we are trying to, the whole essence of the 9 keys is, the most practical tip is trying to be present. Just don't focus on the thoughts of the mind, trying to hear every syllable of the Mahamantra very attentively, trying to be fully present to Krishna in the form of the holy names. So before we go ahead, I thought, do all of you all have beads with you all right now? So can we chant one round in this mode of just trying to hear one mantra at a time? Let's try to do this. Everyone has beads? If not,
On the light. Beads and mask separately.
so we'll pass on beads for those who don't have. But the idea is, we are trying to slow the mind down. We're trying to slow the mind down and trying to focus on each syllable of the Mahamantra. Right? Out of this entire one round, even if you can hear a couple of Mahamantras very attentively, the name of Krishna, we'll be astounded by the sweetness the names of Krishna have. Krishna's name has all the sweetness, but we don't experience it because we are caught up in the noise of the mind. So, when we chant Hare Krishna, it is the voice of Krishna. So, for us to hear the voice of Krishna, we have to reduce the volume of the voice of the mind. Then we'll be able to hear the voice of Krishna. Okay? Let's all chant together. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare 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 Rama Hare हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Don't start the next round. We'll do it. We will do it after some time. But we will definitely chant one more round. So, what was your experience of this chanting? Could you all observe? I mean, we were trying to hear every mantra, but the mind still is quite difficult, right? The mind. But at least what is happening is when we try to chant, we become more aware of the mind, and at least we are able to bring it back a little more quickly, right? Mahatma Prabhu, one of Srila Prabhupada's very senior disciple, he says before we become Krishna conscious, we have to become conscious. We have to become aware what the mind is doing, right? So the mind will tell you so many different things, so many different stories the mind will have, but you have to bring the mind back to the holy names. I was just reflecting. I started to chant Hare Krishna first time when someone gave me a bead and a bead bag. That was in Bangalore. Way back probably when I was in my 7th standard, 8th standard, almost 28, 29 years ago. Almost so many years ago. But I was thinking that in life so many things have changed. I have moved on to so many different standards, so many people around me have changed. But the only thing that is constant in all these 29 years, everything else has changed. The only thing that is constant is Hare Krishna. This is the only thing that has not changed. Like we were discussing yesterday, Satyam Satyam Punas Satyam Harir Nameva Kevalam. So definitely the mind is there to play some tricks with us. But it is important that we somehow, yena kena prakarena mana Krishna niveshiyet. Somehow or the other, we bring the mind back to Krishna. So yesterday we discussed 9. You can write here, Prabhuji. We are going to do an exercise together now. Okay. Yesterday we discussed 9 keys for better japa. You can mention that 9 keys. You all remember the 9 keys very well. Okay. See, when we sit to chant Hare Krishna, so we are, we have to deal with our mind. And the mind has n number of ways of cheating us. So as devotees of Krishna, we should have n number of ways to deal with the mind. Sometimes this may work, that may work, It's just like a toolbox that you carry. Like you have a spanner box, Something or the other will work and you'll be able to bring the mind back. So 9 keys for better japa are the 9 things that we discussed yesterday. But other than that, can you all think of what other things can help us concentrate on Hare Krishna better? What are the other things that can help us deal with the restless mind? What do you all do when for better chanting? What do you all do personally? What are the things that we can do? Let's do an exercise together. Because chanting Hare Krishna, all of us are doing, right? Someone may become an expert preacher, an expert singer, but no one can immediately say that I'm an expert chanter. That doesn't come. Everyone is on the same boat. Everyone is struggling. So what are the various things that we can do? Let's do an exercise together. Can you all think about it? Yes. Please raise your hands. Yes, Hoji.
Avoid distraction from sense objects.
Very good. Please write avoid distractions. This is something that's so important. Thank you very much, Hoji. Because in computer language you have something called GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. See, what is the challenge while chanting? The challenge is the mind brings too many desires, sense gratificatory thoughts. And why do they come? Because the mind has 2 functions. What are the 2 functions of the mind? One is the mind is a storehouse of previous impressions and future desires. So the future desires depend on the previous impressions. The more wrong things we watch on the TV, on the mobile and all these things, next day in chanting, all those things are going to play up. You understanding? So it's also important that we avoid distractions. And the biggest distraction is at our fingertip now, mobile, right? One devotee said, the biggest net of Maya is internet. The biggest net of Maya, right? And it's like easily available. So avoiding distractions is so very important. Yes. Anyone else? Yes, Koji?
Previous day, the previous night, if you read Srila Prabhupada books, the next day Japa will be definitely better.
Yes, please write. Reading Srila Prabhupada books. How many of you all have experienced this? What Prabhuji said. Anytime you all have read nicely, the next day is a chanting better. Better, huh? Like yesterday we had we heard a class on chanting. Definitely, at least we don't know whether the next week, at least the next day morning chanting will be good. We can't assure for a long time. So therefore, Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. You keep reading regularly. Srila Prabhupada said 99% of advancement depends on what? Chanting. But that 1% makes that 99%. So just because 99% is chanting doesn't mean that reading is not important. Reading, hearing is very, very important. So those who are good chanters, if you have observed devotees who chant very well, they will be the devotees who also read and hear very well. They will only be the devotees. Because if you do good reading, hearing, your mind will be focused on Krishna. Reading Srila Prabhupada books, hearing lectures. Yes, thank you. Yes, Koji?
Absorption in chanting by keeping the Hare Krishna mantra and prayer.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
And doing Tulsi plan.
Yes, perfect. Thank you. So the next point is keeping a Maha Mantra written in front of you. How many of you all have tried this method? It's an amazing method. It's an amazing method because if you have the Maha Mantra, first benefit of that is you can't eat words. Just look at it, read. Look at it and read. Because when we are chanting, sometimes we are so fast, we sometimes just mince words. When you have the Maha Mantra in front of you, you cannot miss on words. And it remains, it helps you, it makes you very focused. Right? So Maha Mantra is also a form of Krishna. If you have gone to our ISKCON Pune temple, MVCC temple, just like you have an altar, you have Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, different deities. They have a small temple for the Maha Mantra, Nam Prabhu. In that temple, only Maha Mantra is there. So Maha Mantra is also a deity. So if you have the Maha Mantra in front of you, it's very good. Just look at it and chant. Very, very absorbing. The next point Prabhuji said is chanting in front of Tulsi Devi. Namacharya Haridas Thakur did this in Benapol, Bangladesh. He would just chant in front of Tulsi Mata. Because Tulsi Devi, the vibrations, the aura around Tulsi Devi is very, very divine. So when you sit there, automatically Vrindavan consciousness comes. Yes, Madhuri? Try to chant early in the morning. Very, very important. Brahma Murta, trying to chant early. Because early morning the distractions are less, mobiles ring less, right? And the mind is more in the Sattva Guna. So early morning chanting is highly recommended to help us remain focused. Anything else? Please,
Hearing to Prabhupada's chanting.
Hearing to Prabhupada chanting, yeah, you can put that. At the background playing the chanting of Srila Prabhupada makes a difference. Probably in a little low volume, but playing the chanting of Srila Prabhupada. Yes, Prabhuji?
Sitting in the right place, right place.
Yes, sitting in the right place. What does the right place mean? Comfortable place, right? Sitting in the right place. That means it shouldn't be too hard and too soft. If you're going to sit and chant on your bed, you're going to go to sleep, right? So you have to sit in the right place, clean place. Lord Krishna in the 6th chapter of Gita, he says, Shaucha Deshe. You have to sit in a pure place, clean that place, right? When you sit in the right place and right position, what is the right position? Sitting straight, posture. So we say in chanting there are 3 P's. One is posture, second is pronunciation. You can mention this 3 P's: posture, pronunciation, and prayerful mood. So posture is very, very important. Have you experienced it? When you sit straight, we will do one chanting like this, sitting straight, right? When you sit straight, your mind is also straight. As soon as you bend down, what happens? Go to sleep. You fall asleep. So sitting straight. Have you all seen Bhakti Rasamrit Maharaj chanting? Very straight. Have you all seen Radhanath Swami Maharaj chanting? Straight. Now sitting straight makes a big difference. If you have heard Srila Prabhupada's only recording of chanting, the only instruction Prabhupada gives there is sit straight. Some devotee was leaning down. Prabhupada says sit straight. So sitting straight is very, very important. Right? And also the pronunciation. Pronouncing the words, not eating the words. Right? Pronouncing very clearly is something that's very important. Anything else? Thank you for that, Puri.
Praying to Guru Pampara for the good time.
Praying, yes. You can mention that. Praying to Parampara, praying to Haridas Thakur, praying to all the great Acharyas so that they can bless us to chant Hare Krishna. Being in that prayerful mood. We were discussing this point of humility yesterday, right? Being humble. That mode is very, very important. Yes, someone else raised their hand? Yes, Mataji?
Sitting in front of the deity of Krishna.
Yeah, sitting in front of the deity or a photograph of Krishna and chanting makes a big difference. Makes a huge difference, Yes, thank you very much for that, Mataji. Yes, Mataji?
Reading the glories of the holy name before chanting.
Reading the glories of the holy name or singing some bhajans that are glorifying the holy name, just like we sang Kevala Ashtakam yesterday. If you have read Sachinandan Maharaj's book, this is what we discussed yesterday was Burijan Prabhu's book called Japa. Sachinandan Maharaj has written a lot of books. One of the book is called The Living Name. And in that book, Maharaj explains his own realization. For many years, very honestly admits, for many years he was chanting, but somehow he was feeling that he's not experiencing that bliss in chanting. So he consulted one of his godbrothers, and his godbrother told him, please sing the songs of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And as soon as he started to sing and reflect on those meanings, the chanting didn't become mechanical, it became filled with emotions. See, if you just do chanting mechanically and your heart is not involved in it, you will get bored and you feel sleepy. So to get your heart involved in it, as Mataji said, reading some things that speak about glories of the holy name or bhajans glorifying the holy name. Yes, thank you very much.
Fix the same time. Repeat in the same pattern.
Yeah, fix the same time, same place. Yeah, you can mention that. Yeah, fixed time, consistency, fixed time. Yes, I'm looking for something that's very important.
Devotee association.
Yes, sitting with devotees and chanting. You'll have a morning online chanting that you'll do. It's a big benediction. Online and at least on Sundays coming together and chanting. So Sangha makes a difference, right? When you don't feel like to chant, when you're not in proper mood, but when you see one devotee in front of you who's sitting straight, focused, crying to Krishna, looking at him now, you pull his energy a little. Energy gets pulled. Understanding? So it makes a difference when you sit in groups and chant in small circles, makes a huge difference. Sitting in groups and chanting with devotees. Yeah. Anything else? Yes, Mataji?
As we chant, we realize how our mind is wandering so much of anarthas, but still Krishna is so merciful, he has given us this opportunity to remember him. So connecting to Krishna in that way is so merciful, helps us to chant.
Yeah. Yeah. So, being grateful for the opportunity that Krishna has given us without any qualification of us. We are not at all qualified. Our mind is so restless. Still, Krishna has chosen us to be a candidate, a recipient of the holy name. This mood of being grateful is also very, very important. Anything else? Yes, Puji?
Chant every mantra as your last opportunity.
Wow! Thank you so much, Puji. Chant every mantra as if it is your last. How will we chant the last mantra? How will we chant it? We'll be like really focused. So every mantra we should chant in that way. Every day morning when we get up, we should feel that this is going to be my last day, probably. We just don't know. We are not supposed to be pessimistic, but this is not pessimistic in one sense, it's realistic. Right? Things can happen at any time. So therefore, chant every mantra as if it's your last. Nishwasi nahi vishwasa. You don't know when your last moment is going to come. Very beautiful. So these are meditations that can help us. Right? Mahatma Prabhu, one of Srila Prabhupada's very senior disciple, he's written a small book called Japa Affirmations. Any of you have seen that book? It's an amazing book, beautiful book. And he explains so many Japa affirmations in that. Just like, for all of us, many times we feel that chanting Hare Krishna is very boring, right? So it's all about your belief system. So what was the last you wrote? Chant every mantra as if it is the last. So next you can write Japa affirmations and Japa affirmations basically. So what is an affirmation? Anyone knows what's an affirmation? Affirmation is something that you state in the present tense. So if you approach chanting, if you approach it in the mood that this is going to be a big struggle, then your whole chanting is going to be a struggle. Because you are getting into chanting with a belief that this is struggle, this is painful. But if you get into chanting, chanting is the most blissful and the most beautiful thing. Then as soon as you chant, you are waiting to chant. Understanding? So that's the mood in which we should approach. So affirmation, even though that may be very far off, but still, we are saying that so that we get into the right mindsets while chanting. I often give this example, if you have like an ice cream in front of you, or if you have cold rabdi in front of you, how will you eat the rabdi? How will you eat it? Little by little, aram se, relishing every bite. You are not in a hurry. You don't do it quickly. You eat it very slowly. Similarly, chanting, these are the kind of visualizations that we can have. And we can feel that this is the most sweetest thing. Just like I told you, the mind tricks us in so many ways. We can trick our mind we can make our mind believe into something that's so real. You can visualize like the chanting is the most special thing that Krishna has given me. It's my personal time with Krishna. It's my one-to-one time with Krishna, like that. Or we can imagine, like Lord Chaitanya says in the Chaitanya Shikshashtakam, my Lord, I have somehow fallen in this ocean of birth and death. Imagine if you are drowning in an ocean and someone throws a rope at you, how will you hold that rope? Very desperately. So this is the mood. We should feel that this chanting bead is my rope, is my only hope. So when we sit to chant, we should chant with that kind of shelter, Nama Shrai, what we discussed yesterday, right? So Japa affirmations, Japa visualizations, visualizing Japa in a proper way. Yes, Mataji? Do not speak while chanting. Yeah, do not discuss anything while chanting. No phone, no talking while chanting. Yeah, you can mention that also. Yeah, one or two last.
By chanting mantra, you are connected to Krishna.
Connected to Krishna.
No Vaishnava.
Very good. Please write that. Very important. We missed the most important thing. No Vaishnav Aparad. And what does Vaishnav Aparad mean? Practically, what it means is no prajalpa, no criticizing Vaishnavas. Makes a big difference. Why? Because as soon as you criticize Vaishnavas, aparad, what does aparad mean? Aparad means where there is no Radharani, no bhakti. So as soon as you make an offense, Radharani will pull that mercy away. And then your mind will become very, very restless. So avoiding Vaishnava aparad, criticism, prajalpa, very important. One of Srila Prabhupada's very senior disciple, Jayananda Prabhu. Jayananda Prabhu was the most dear disciple of Srila Prabhupada. The devotees who have seen Jayananda Prabhu, they tell that Jayananda Prabhu was so focused. When he would sit to chant, he was like a intensity personified. So focused on chanting. And something special about Jayananda Prabhu, if anyone would tell him anything about any other devotee, Jayananda Prabhu would say, I don't want to hear, and just walk away. And therefore he could chant like that. So this is something that's so important. Mahaprabhu, in the Chaitanya Bhagavat, Vrindavan Das Thakur mentions, Mahaprabhu had only two requests. Chant Hare Krishna and don't criticize devotees. Mahaprabhu said, I will take you back to garden. Chanting Hare Krishna we may still do, but the second one is too difficult for us. Too ingrained, right? Too ingrained to criticize. But if you can somehow avoid that, then the bliss in the holy name will come. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for that. Yeah. And also the 10 offenses to chanting, 10 naam aparad. So, any other thought? One last thought?
Samarpana mode.
Samarpana, surrender mode, yeah. Shanagati.
Complete surrenderness. Arpana Samarpana. In front of God only. Complete surrenderness.
Yeah, you can write it's complete surrender to the holy name. Just like Draupadi surrendered to Krishna. Similarly,
Meditate on Krishna Leela.
chanting loudly, yes. Someone asked this question, I think yesterday, someone asked this question, how do you bring the mind back? Chant loudly so that you can bring the mind back. Whenever the mind wanders, chant loudly. Yeah, told you were saying Krishna Leela, but you can have some pictures, some devotees, while they chant in their mobiles, some pictures of Krishna is going on, but you don't have to specifically sit to meditate on Krishna Leela. Most important is to hear.
Mind will be thinking something else, bring back and at least think about something else, like Krishna, about Krishna.
No, that's not a recommended process. The recommended process in chanting is bring the mind back to the sound. Because if you start thinking about Krishna Leela, then again, you're not hearing the sound of Krishna, the holy names. So if some Krishna Leela automatically comes to you, that's fine. But if you want, you can have some, many devotees, they have in their mobiles some pictures of Krishna playing, different Vrindavan, Govardhan, different pictures. So that can go on whenever your eyes open, you see, and then you close your eyes and chant. That can also help. So can we minimize it and show all the points on the screen? Is it possible?
Yes.
So these are some of the points that can help us chant. So tips and techniques are many. For many devotees, Sachinandan Maharaj mentions in the book, sometimes before you sit to chant, find 5-10 minutes of pranayam, deep breathing, because when there is fresh air in the system, the mind is also fresh, you don't fall sleepy, right? So these few things can help us. So sometimes we have a big list.
Yes.
We have a big list. So you have 9 keys plus this whole list. So no one should ever complain that mind is troubling me. So we have given you a whole list. Probably you'll later share it with the devotees.
Yes.
Someone can take a photo of this also.
I'll share it in the WhatsApp group.
You will share it in the WhatsApp group, right? I mean, all these tips have come from all of you all only. Yes, Madhuri?
I had this visualization process. I was chanting, my mind was going away. So then I was like holding on to the feet of Krishna, but Maya was trying to pull me down.
Yeah. So Prabhupada said this actually. One disciple came to Srila Prabhupada. Burijan Prabhu mentions in his book. One disciple came to Prabhupada and told Prabhupada, the mind is too powerful while chanting. Prabhupada gave this example. Prabhupada said, chanting Hare Krishna is a tug of war against Maya. Krishna and Maya. Krishna on one side, Maya on the other side. And Prabhupada said, sometimes it will appear that Maya is winning. Prabhupada said, just continue chanting Hare Krishna. At the end, Krishna only will win. Therefore, Mahaprabhu's Shikshashtakam verse 1, the last line, Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. Don't give up chanting. You may lose small fights here and there. Don't give up chanting. Keep chanting. At the end, victory will only be for Krishna. So Prabhupada gave this example. It's a tug of war. Don't give up chanting. Yes. Prabhuji had a point. Yeah. One last point. Yes. Very good. Trinadapi Sunichena. Humility. So we will be coming to this topic now very soon.
One question I have.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Direction you recommend north, east, south.
Oh. Never heard of it. Any direction, yeah? Look at the deities, yeah? Wherever the deities are, wherever Tulsi is. I don't think so any Acharya has recommended a certain direction. But east and north, yeah. East and north. But more important than that, I think, is to look into the wherever the pictures of the deities are, Tulsi Maharani's devotees are. That's what is most important. But the point that Prabhuji made on humility is so crucial. So you can write one more last point. Where did you write that?
Yeah, last.
You wrote humility. So one page is not enough for us. We have a lot of intelligent devotees here. One very important point. This is something that's very crucial. All these things, many of these things, you do while you sit to chant. But when we are not chanting, 2 hours we chant in a day, the rest 22 hours, what we do is also very important. Rest 22 hours, what we do in the day. If you do prajalpa, if you are arrogant, if you fight with people, if you hurt people, if you do all these things, your chanting is going to get affected. Therefore, if you want to chant Hare Krishna nicely, then even the rest of the time, we have to be like a Vaishnava. You can't be that when you sit to chant Hare Krishna, you're Trinadupi, and as soon as you keep the bead, you come out as a different personality. Again, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. You have to continue with that spirit throughout. So when you have that spirit of Trinadapi Sunichena throughout your day, throughout your life, it becomes part of your system, then chanting of Hare Krishna will actually make sense. Okay? So, yeah. So I think we are done. We have done a good homework. So we will share this list with all of y'all. So these are various tips from various places that can help us chant Hare Krishna. So now, before I get into today is the first day of Purushottam month, I wanted to discuss something about the glories of Purushottam month, something from CC. But I thought let's chant one more round together. But this time, we will not chant it together. We will all chant it, but we will not chant in as one unison, one sound. Let's all chant at our own pace, right? So what are the various things we are going to follow while chanting now? Very important, sit straight. Everyone tries to sit straight. And you all can, we discussed a lot of different things. You can visualize that chanting Hare Krishna is like rabdi or ice cream for you or whatever is that robe for you. Visualize, but please surrender to Krishna, connect to Krishna somehow. So we'll chant one round. Everyone chants at their own pace. Okay? I'm putting my mic off also. We'll chant the Panchatattva mantra together and then I'll put it off. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण श्री राधा गंधर्विका गिरिधारी श्री राधा गंधर्विका गिरिधारी महाप्रभु की जय ये ब्यूटीफुल दर्शन so when you sincerely chant Hare Krishna like this then darshan of Krishna will come. So did you all like the Japa talk till yesterday? Today these tips were useful to you all. We will share this list. Please, you all can use this. So today is also the start of the Purushottam month. Very auspicious month because it's the first day of the Purushottam month. I thought I'll just share some glories of the Purushottam month, so that we can better focus, and utilize our time properly in this month. So this Purushottam month is also called Adhik Mas. Why is it called Adhik Mas? Because in our Vedic calendar, once in 3 years, there is a calculation of an extra month that comes. Therefore, it's called Adhik Mas. So the story of Purushottam month or Adhik Mas is like this. When this Adhik Mas came into creation, see, every month has a predominant deity, worshipable deity. Just like Kartik month, Kartike Devi, Shrimati Radharani. So when this Adhik Mas came, there was no worshipable deity for this Adhik Mas. And everyone started to criticize this Adhik Mas. 12th month, where this 13th month has come extra month. No one was ready to accept this month. So this month, Adhik Mas, who is a personality, who is a feminine personality, so she felt so hurt. She goes to Vaikunta, Golok Vrindavan, and she falls at the feet of Krishna. So in this world, whoever you are, whether you are Adhik Mas or whatever you are, there will be some problems or the other will come in your life. And what is the one thing that we have to learn to do? Whenever problems come, take shelter of Krishna, right? So she went and cried to Krishna, my dear Lord, no one is ready to accept me. Everyone is criticizing me. Everyone is telling me I am useless. You are not fit for anything. So she started to cry to Krishna, am I really useless? Lord Krishna said, no. Because you have taken shelter of me, you will become as famous as myself. And you will be known from now on as Purushottam Mas. Because Krishna's name is Purushottam, the topmost person, the supreme person of Godhead. And Lord Krishna said, from now on, I will be your husband and protector. And Krishna said, this month, all the power that I have, I bestow upon this month. And anyone who follows this month very properly, very consciously, without wasting time, such a person, it is my promise that he will be freed from all sins and he'll obtain Golok Vrindavan. So Purushottam month, every month is a very special opportunity to practice bhakti. But months like this, Kartik month and once in 3 years Purushottam month, are very, very special. We all know that Kartik month, any bhakti that is done in Kartik month, you get 1000 times more benefit, correct? This Purushottam month is so special. Purushottam month is 1000 times more powerful than Kartik month. That's what Purushottam month is. Right? Very, very special month. So in this way, Lord Krishna said, from now on, you will be known as Purushottam Mas. So one of the names of Purushottam Mas is Mala Mas. Mala means dirt, Ganda, useless. So when this month was created, everyone started to call it Mala Mas. Why? Because in this month, anything material will become useless and contaminated. So therefore, in this Adhik Mas, no marriages will happen. No marriages will get fixed also. No Graha Pravesh will happen. Nothing material happens in this month because everything is considered useless in this month. So what is useless materially is very useful spiritually. Lord Krishna tells in the Gita, na, Ya Nisha Sarvabhutana Pashyam Jagrati Sayyami. So the thought process of a materialist and spiritualist is completely different. So this is called Malamas because materially all work is useless or contaminated. But the Acharyas explained the reason this month is called Malamas is because when we perform devotional service properly in this month, all dirt, Mala in our heart is removed. Therefore it is called Malamas. The third name, one is Purushottam Mas, Malamas, and the third is Adhik Mas. Adhik Mas because I told you it comes an extra month in our calculation once in 3 years. It is also called Adhik Mas because Lord Krishna has invested Adhik, his Adhik mercies, Adhik blessings. Adhik means extra. Lord Krishna has invested his extra mercy, extra blessings in this month. So therefore in this Adhik Mas, what we should do? The only thing we should do is Adhik Bhakti. Do extra Bhakti. So if you do extra Bhakti, we will get extra mercy. So there are a lot of quotations from various scriptures which explain the glory of this month. It is explained that Lord Krishna, these are quotations from the Padma Puran, Skanda Puran. Lord Krishna says this Purushottam month has the power to bless whoever observes this month. And whoever follows this month, all the sinful reactions are destroyed and one gains the highest benefit of entering into the spiritual world. And Lord Krishna is personally telling this. If someone doesn't perform Purushottam Vrata, one cannot perform devotional service properly. So one of the aspects of devotional service is to follow these Vrata. Like Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains in a song, Madhava Titi Bhakti Janani Jatane Palana Kari. Days, especially Ekadashi or days connected to Krishna, and especially a month connected to Krishna like this month is not different than Krishna. So following this month will increase our devotional service a lot. This is the quotation of Lord Krishna. Durvasa Muni tells, in this month, if anyone takes bath in a holy river, is there a holy river in Bangalore? No. Kaveri is here? Huh? Kaveri close by? Yes. You all can go and try to do this. At least once a day in this month you all should do this. But taking bath in a holy river in this month, one becomes sinless. And Durvasa Muni says, the glory of all months put together is not equal to 1/16th the glory of Purushottam month. That means Purushottam month is 16 times more powerful than all the months put together. And in this month, taking bath in a holy place, giving charity, chanting of the holy names can destroy all miseries and fulfill all one's spiritual desire. Valmiki Muni tells about the glories of Purushottam Vrata. Anyone who performs Purushottam Vrata, he gets the result of performing 100 Ashwamedh Yajna. And anyone who follows Purushottam Vrata, all Tirthalis stay in the body of this person. Purushottam month is glorious, but anyone who performs Purushottam month, even that person becomes very, very pure. All holy places reside in him. Narad Muni tells, Purushottam month is the best of all months, vratas and austerities. Anyone who just faithfully hears the glories of Purushottam month attains Krishna Bhakti and becomes free from the material world and goes to the spiritual world. So in this way, there are a lot of glories of the Purushottam month. So in this Purushottam month, which starts today, why we are discussing this? Because at the start of the month, the mindset, the energy in which by which you enter this month will, most probably carry forward throughout this month. So starting this month with a lot of enthusiasm, with the right mindset, with the right prayerful mood is important. So what are the various things we can do in this month? First, trying to get up early in the morning, right? Taking a bath, chanting Hare Krishna in the Brahma Muhurta, that like we already discussed. Having darshan of the forms of Krishna, possible go to the temples, this month. Try to go very often to these temples, have darshan of Krishna. Think of the pastimes of Krishna, the Vrindavan Leela, think about it. We may not be able to go to Vrindavan, but at least we can meditate on Vrindavan. Try to chant extra rounds. We already discussed. Adhik Mas, do something Adhik. If you're already chanting 16 rounds, try to chant 24, 32. If you're not chanting 16, this is a good day, good month to begin it. Very nice time to begin 16 rounds. And you'll remember, Purushottam month 2026, I started my 16 round. So it's a good day. If you all are waiting, any of you all here, if you all are thinking that I will start 16 rounds when the right day comes, today is the day. Start it. Right? Just start it. Right? Performing puja to Krishna. Just like in Kartik month we offer lamps, so like that offering lamps to Krishna. At least once in this month, either an Ekadashi, Purnima, Sankranti, trying to offer 33 lamps to Krishna, at least once in a month if you can. Daily performing Aarti and Parikrama of Tulsi Devi. These are small things that we can do at our house only. If possible, doing Parikrama of a temple of Krishna, Mandir Parikrama 4 times, right? Offering flowers to the picture of Radha Krishna. If you can offer lotus flowers, do you get lotus flowers in Bangalore? Lotus flowers, or if nothing, Tulsi leaves, as many Tulsi leaves as possible. In this month, it's considered very auspicious to recite the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which is called Purushottam Yoga. Reciting the entire chapter, speaking about the chapter, reading the purport of the chapter is very auspicious. In this month also, reading the 14th chapter of the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Brahma Stuti. Lord Brahma is offering prayers to Lord Krishna. Very beautiful section. If you can read that, that's very nice. Hearing Krishna Katha from Vaishnavas, physically, online, whenever possible. Singing Jagannath Ashtakam, because Purushottam Bhagavan is Purushottam Dham is Jagannath Puri. Singing Jagannath Ashtakam, singing Chora Ashtakam, Bilvamangal Thakur's Chora Ashtakam, or for that matter, any of the Ashtakams, Yugal Ashtakam, like that, any of the Ashtakams, right? Singing that. Taking a vow to remain peaceful and 100% truthful in this month. Speaking the truth in this month. Another very, very important point. In this month, being careful not to blaspheme, not to criticize any devotees, any shastras, not to criticize anyone. This 1 month, we may try to do it after this month, but at least in this 1 month, we should try to control. 1 month, right? If you want to criticize someone, at least might be after this month. This month, put it on hold. Don't ask anything from anyone. No favors, right? Basically, the idea is being satisfied. In this month, whatever vrat we take, today is the first day of the month, you may take some vrat. But the challenge is to follow the vrat throughout the month, because the mind is very restless. So any vrat that we take, if you can just tolerate the mind and continue till the end, it is considered very, very auspicious. And then there are a lot of do's and don'ts in terms of cooking and eating, but that's not so important. If you can, so basic idea is if you can eat like a simple diet, less oily and all, it's great. But more important than that, most important is to trying to spend more and more time in connection with Krishna, hearing about Krishna, speaking about Krishna, chanting Hare Krishna, like that. So Purushottam month is a very special opportunity for all of us. So let us all try our best. Krishna's mercy that it has come on Sunday, on this day where we are all together. So let us all try our best to focus on this month and make the maximum benefit of it. So my plan today was, I don't know, it should be 15 minutes? Okay. So we have 15 minutes to go. I'll too short, but I'll give you all a little idea. In my visit of Bangalore this time, we discussed something from Bhagavatam. We discussed on Japa, on chanting. I thought I'll give you all a little glimpse of Chaitanya Charitamrita. A little idea of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Actually, I wanted to do a long session, but all of us have been hearing for a long time. So this particular section that I wanted to share with all of you all is King Pratap Rudra. If you all know the story of Chaitanya Charitamrita, King Pratap Rudra is the king of Odisha. He wanted to meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Mahaprabhu being a sannyasi, he is not ready to meet the king. But this King Pratap Rudra, he was so determined and his mindsets and mood was so beautiful, he changed the heart of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He changed the heart of God. Krishna Mahaprabhu had decided, I will not give mercy to this person. Mahaprabhu not only gave mercy, Mahaprabhu embraced him and showed him the form of Radha Krishna. So literally from being rejected to being accepted and embraced, that is the journey of King Pratap Rudra. We were discussing yesterday 9 keys of chanting, and we saw the last key is Krishna's causeless mercy. So how will Krishna's causeless mercy come? When we have the right attitudes in life. Srila Prabhupada in the preface of Nectar of Instruction, Prabhupada explains the advancement of a person in Krishna consciousness, of anyone in Krishna consciousness, depends on the attitude of the follower. Right? So just chanting Hare Krishna is not enough. How we chant Hare Krishna, in what mindset are we practicing Krishna Bhakti is so very important. So therefore Chaitanya Charitamrita and all these great books give us examples of devotees who follow the teachings of Gita Bhagavat in their life. So cutting the whole story a little short, King Pratap Rudra, Mahaprabhu was not ready to meet him, but King Pratap Rudra was very, very determined. So the first quality for a devotee to achieve Krishna's mercy is determination. And King Pratap Rudra tells the devotees, he writes a letter to Sarvam Bhattacharya and all the devotees, if I don't get the mercy of Mahaprabhu, I am ready to give up my kingdom also. But I want the mercy of Mahaprabhu. So in all our life, getting Krishna's mercy, Krishna Prem is not easy. You have to be ready to pay the price. King Pratap Rudra was ready to pay the price. He is ready to give up anything and everything in order to get that mercy. So when the devotees see this letter of King Pratap Rudra, all the devotees go to Mahaprabhu and tell Mahaprabhu, please, you show mercy to the king. So Mahaprabhu, he is actually internally happy. He wants to show mercy. But because he is a sannyasi, in those days, sannyasis don't meet kings easily. So Mahaprabhu externally says, I cannot meet. And the devotees are requesting Mahaprabhu, please show mercy, please show mercy. So Mahaprabhu finally says, okay, you all can, Nityanand Prabhu convinces Mahaprabhu, okay, see, if you don't show mercy right now, the king will die. He'll commit suicide. So Nityanand Prabhu comes up with the solution. The best way is, you at least send one dress of yours to the king. So the king will understand, at least Mahaprabhu is showing some mercy to me. So Mahaprabhu says, okay, do whatever you want. So Nityananda Prabhu sends one dress of Mahaprabhu to the king. Now imagine if you are in the position of the king. You're not an ordinary person. The king of Orissa, and Mahaprabhu is not ready to meet him. And Mahaprabhu sends him a dress. If we were there in the position, we would think what this Mahaprabhu thinks of himself. Right? I'm asking his one meeting and this one, he's sending dress. But the king is so happy, so grateful. And the king starts to worship the dress of Mahaprabhu as if it is Mahaprabhu himself. So Prabhupada explains here, when do we get Krishna's mercy? Krishna will never give his mercy directly. Krishna will give small things in our life, small tokens of mercy. How we treat that will depend whether Krishna is going to give that extra mercy. How do we treat? How do we treat Krishna's devotees? Right now, Krishna is not in front of us, but who are they? Krishna's devotees are in front of us. If we can't treat Krishna's devotees properly, Krishna will not give us the next step of mercy. So the next step comes only when we get past that first step and we are grateful for the little mercy that comes. So King Prataprudra is so happy, he starts to worship. Aradhananam sarvesham Vishnu Aradhanam param tasmat parataram devi tadiyana samacharam. Greater than worship of Krishna is worshipping the things connected to Krishna. Bhakti means attention to small things, right? Attention to small aspects of Krishna worship. How do we treat the flowers of Krishna? How do we treat the devotees? These things reflect whether we are candidates ready for Krishna's extra mercy. So in this way, the king is satisfied a little. After some time, this is very interesting. Ramananda Rai, if you know Ramananda Rai, when Mahaprabhu goes to the South Indian tour, he goes to Andhra Pradesh. There's a place in Andhra Pradesh called Kovur on the banks of Godavari. There he meets Ramananda Rai. Ramananda Rai was a governor under King Prataprudra. So Mahaprabhu meets Ramananda Rai and tells him, you please give up your government duties and come and surrender to me, be with me full time. So now Ramananda Rai, he wants to resign from his job. In order to resign from the job, whose permission he needs? He needs the king's permission. He goes and tells the king, my dear king, Mahaprabhu is calling me to join full time with him. See here, the king is so non-envious. The king wants to see Mahaprabhu, but who's getting the mercy? His assistant is getting the mercy. He doesn't become envious. The king feels, you're so fortunate Mahaprabhu is calling you. I'm so unfortunate Mahaprabhu is not calling me. Okay, let me support you. The king tells Ramananda Rai, you go very happily. Not only you serve Mahaprabhu full time, I will give you pension also. Just keep serving Mahaprabhu, you'll get pension. So Ramananda Rai, he comes and serves Mahaprabhu. And when he's serving Mahaprabhu, he's glorifying the king. It's only because of him I got this opportunity to serve you. So here also we see another very important principle of King Prataprudra. Mahaprabhu's mercy comes when we are non-envious and when we first engage in the service of the Vaishnavas. When Mahaprabhu was there in Jagannath Puri, the devotees of Bengal would come and stay in Jagannath Puri for 4 months. 4 months. 4 months accommodation is needed. Mahaprabhu didn't have money to arrange. Who arranged the accommodation for all the devotees? King Prataprudra. Mahaprabhu is not ready to see him. Still the king is ready to serve. When Mahaprabhu was there, how long Mahaprabhu stayed in Jagannath Puri? Anyone knows? Almost 24 years. First, at least the last 18 years constantly there. The first 6 years also on and off. When Mahaprabhu was there 24 years in Puri, every day they would have feast, kirtan, everything. Who would arrange the prasad for all of them? King Prataprudra, fully sponsored. Every day the king would arrange. He's not getting mercy, but he's serving all the devotees. So when we serve devotees more and more, their blessings accumulate in such a way that finally the mercy of Krishna comes. So Ramananda Rai is glorifying the king in front of Mahaprabhu. And Ramananda Rai is telling Mahaprabhu, please show mercy to that king. Mahaprabhu says, again I cannot show. So Mahaprabhu finally says, "Theek hai, you call the son of the king." Now the king is thinking, I want mercy, everyone else is getting, my minister is getting, my son is getting, I am not getting. But the king is happy, he sends his son. And Mahaprabhu, when he sees the son, this boy is black in color, blackish in color. And the day he came to me in Mahaprabhu, he was wearing a yellow dhoti. Seeing this boy, Mahaprabhu was reminded of Krishna. Mahaprabhu goes and embraces the son of the king. And this boy becomes like a pure devotee overnight, getting that mercy. And from that day, Mahaprabhu tells him, come every day to be with me. He gets that mercy. So now Mahaprabhu is basically giving mercy to the king, but in small installments. Chaitanya Charitamrita explains when this boy goes back to the king, to his father, and when the king embraces this boy, he gets the same feeling as if he is embracing Mahaprabhu. And in this way, the king is serving Mahaprabhu in so many different ways. And finally, when the Jagannath Rath Yatra is there, Mahaprabhu is sitting, seeing the deities of Jagannath come down to the Rath. And there Mahaprabhu sees, first time he sees the king. Till now he's heard about the king. right? He's never seen the king before. First time he sees the king. And how does he see the king? The king has a broom in his hand and he's sweeping the road for Jagannath. And Mahaprabhu becomes happy. So Mahaprabhu is already observing. We may think that Hare Krishna is not seeing me, but Krishna is seeing everything that we do. How we treat devotees, how we treat things related to Krishna. When we don't get that mercy, are we grateful? Are we complaining? What is our mood? What is our mindset? King Prataparudra, he was tested in so many different ways. Still, he never complained, never criticized, always grateful. And when Mahaprabhu sees that the king is doing this menial service, Mahaprabhu's heart melts a little more. And then finally, the Rath Yatra ceremony goes on. I'll not get into the details of all that. Mahaprabhu, during the Rath Yatra, Mahaprabhu had made 7 parties in front of the Rath, Jagannath Rath, 4 in front, 2 at the side, 1 at the back. And Mahaprabhu expanded himself into 7 forms to be in all the 7 parties. This no one could see. Every Kirtan party was thinking Mahaprabhu is with me only. Right? Like every ISKCON center devotees think that Krishna is with us only. Right? But Krishna is everywhere. Right? Krishna is everywhere. So every devotees were thinking that our center is very special, Krishna is here. But Krishna is everywhere. But this darshan that Mahaprabhu is there in all 7 parties, who could see? King Prataparudra saw. So we were discussing, Prabhuji was mentioning the point, Trinadapi Suni Chena. When we have humility in our life, what comes? You get the special mercies of Krishna. Being humble is very painful to the ego. But when you are humble, the result is you get the special darshans of Krishna, the special mercy. So Mahaprabhu is giving mercy in small installments. And then finally, during the Rath Yatra, the Rath comes and stops at a certain place called Balagandi. It's halfway through. And Mahaprabhu, right from morning, he's with the devotees, dancing, chanting, and all this. And when the Rath stops there, Mahaprabhu goes with all the devotees and they're taking rest under different trees. So that time, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya tells the king, now it is your time, go. So the king is so surrendered. Something very interesting. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, because of Mahaprabhu's mercy, he understood that Mahaprabhu is Krishna. The king never read scriptures. How did he realize that Mahaprabhu is Krishna? He just had faith in the words of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. That's it. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya told him Mahaprabhu is Krishna. He had absolute faith. So this is another very important point. Having faith in the Guru. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he tells the king, go to Mahaprabhu, but go in a simple Vaishnava attire. Remove this royal dress, wear the dress of a Vaishnava and go. And the king follows. Whatever the instruction is given, he follows. And he goes there, and Mahaprabhu is lying down. He goes and massages the feet of Mahaprabhu. And while massaging the feet of Mahaprabhu, and something very interesting, even before he goes to meet Mahaprabhu, he is seeking the blessings of all the devotees. The king of Odisha, seeking the blessings of all the devotees. Please bless me so that I can get some mercy. And he goes there and he is reciting Gopi Geet in front of Mahaprabhu, chanting Gopi Geet. And when Mahaprabhu hears Gopi Geet, Mahaprabhu is so happy. Mahaprabhu already is in Vrindavan mode. The entire Rath Yatra, Mahaprabhu is in the mood of Radharani, in the Vrindavan mode. And when the king comes and chants Gopi Geet, Mahaprabhu is so happy, so happy. So Mahaprabhu, he is asking the king, who are you? You have come and given me this nectar of Krishna Katha. Who are you? And Mahaprabhu embraces the king. Even before the king could answer who he is, Mahaprabhu embraces the king. And that time, what does the king tell Mahaprabhu? So this is a very important shloka. When Mahaprabhu is asking the king, who are you? The king replies, you all can repeat this shloka after me. Raja kahe, Ami tomar daser anudas, Vrityer Vritya kara, Ei mora ash. When Mahaprabhu is asking the king, who are you? The king doesn't say, you didn't see today's newspaper. My picture is on the front page. Every time my picture is there. He doesn't say. What does he say? He says, Raja kahe ami tumar dasir anudas. I am the servant of your servant. And to remain servant of your servant is my only aspiration. And Prabhupada writes in the purport, the greatest achievement for a devotee is to become servant of the servant of Krishna. This is the highest benediction. And Mahaprabhu shows special mercy to the king. He shows in the form of Radha Krishna. But he tells the king, don't tell this to anyone. Something very interesting, when the king comes out, when the king went in to see Mahaprabhu, he was very humble, seeking the blessings of everyone. Now he's got that special mercy. But after coming out also, he is very humble. After coming out also, he is thanking all the devotees. Because of all your mercy, I got this special mercy. So this is I wanted to read all the verses, but time was short on some other occasion. But the idea is, if we have this kind of humility, if we have this mood of being grateful, being respectful to devotees, if we embrace the service opportunities that come in front of us, then Krishna, we may think that Krishna is not noticing, but Krishna is continuously noticing everything. And then one day, when Krishna sees that our attitudes are perfect, we have the right kind of mindset of being a devotee, then Krishna's mercy will come and Krishna will embrace all of us like he embraced King Pratap Rudra. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I am so grateful to Vikram Baldev Prabhu and Mataji for kindly hosting me, and very grateful, very happy to meet all the devotees. Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains in a song, Bhakta Seva Parama Siddhi Prema Lati Karamola. Serving devotees is perfection. So my life is perfect that I got to serve all the wonderful devotees at Bhakti Center, Sanjay Nagar. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Please forgive any of my offenses also. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very, very much.